this with my kids and shit.
Yeah.
So like in my normal day-to-day life, this is what I look like.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I'm out in the real world is what I look like.
Oh, shit, I thought that was a beer.
I just had God, dude, I'm fucking huge. Today was the first time in my life, like when you take off a sweatshirt, you take it off like this.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get when I went like this, your lats flex, and I couldn't even get my foot. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was like, oh, that's what it must feel like to be like Andrew Hiller. Like I had to end up pulling the hood out over like this.
Oh, yeah.
Over my and I just had 2 pints of smoothie. I had like 2 scoops of protein. I've been doing that. Naked peanut butter?
Is that a brand?
Yeah, it's like powdered peanut butter, but I got the powdered almond butter, and it's just
Okay.
I don't know how they do it. It's just like dehydrated almonds, and it's in a bucket. So I put 2 huge scoops of protein, big old thing of whole milk, some ice cubes, and then a big scoop of this almond powder butter. But it's just almonds. And pulled your foreskin? No, nope, not my foreskin. Oh, thanks for asking. I just can't. I just can't believe it. I'm like,
getting yoked, huh?
Yeah. And just fucking, I am yoked. I did hang cleans. I rode the assault bike for 20 minutes. And I watched Andrew Hiller's video. Holy shit, dude. Between you and Andrew Hiller and Dense Updates. Holy shit. Poor Annie. Annie got just destroyed. And then Frank got fucking while you guys were prolapsing Annie's anus, Frank took like 3 loads on his face. It was crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's almost like
meds.
It's almost like imagine there was like a gang fight in front of your house, like 20 on 20, like the Mexicans versus the Filipinos, and you went out there to break it up or something. That's like Frank, what are you doing, dude? Just chill and what do you holy cow. Forced Annie into witness protection. I mean, geez Louise. There's more. Hey, she would have seriously had a better argument saying there was too much water, and they almost caused encephalopathy, brain swelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would have been a better.
It's a bad look. It was a bad look. It's funny how that narrative skews a little bit when they tell their story, especially outside of the CrossFit space. And the one thing that really drives me nuts is like, and maybe this is just me, but if you're an athlete or somebody who has notoriety in the CrossFit space and you go on a podcast outside of the CrossFit space, I view it as like like you should really represent, like not CrossFit games and not the athletic side of it, but like really what it could do for people's lives. Because not only are you, spreading the gospel of the cult, but at the same time, like who knows who's listening to that might hear that and hear a whole different side of CrossFit and go, man, maybe I will go with my friend that's just been bugging the hell out of me to go to their gym or whatever the case may be. And so that's when it really bugs me. That's like Frazier on Rogan, like that was a huge miss. And like even though this one's it's popular, whoever Annie went on Kristen Holmes's show, but you got to represent. Her whole career and livelihood was built off of that. Like,
dude,
talk it up, man. Gas that shit up.
Yeah, it should just be like, hey, man, I do this thing called CrossFit. It has the cure for the world's most vexing problem. It is the solution. Health is our biggest health, and obesity is the biggest problem facing civilization today. And this place is the cure. And why is that? But yeah, I know it's.
And then she could have did the spiel about the games or whatever, and but it's like, come on.
Hiller's video, Hiller's video is. I hope he pins that on his homepage. It's nuts.
I got the impression that he like started that video while I was live, or like when I was just live or something like that.
Yeah, that was wow. It is I've seen so many games winners take this path that she's taking. So many. Not Ben Smith, not Graham Holmberg, not Kristen Clever, but so many take this path. And I was chatting with Hiller about it quite extensively, like just kind of we were pontificating on the reason why they take this path to turn on the movement that's given them so much. It's so weird. It's so, boy, imagine how perfect Frederick has to be. CrossFit's given Annie so much, and yet she shits on it. Just imagine, like, if like, probably if Frederick, like, pulls the blankets off her, is, like, threatened with divorce. It is nuts. Some dipshit in the comments was like, "Well, you have to know that CrossFit runs a shit shit events. You can't defend that, Sevon." It's like, hey, dude, I remember in 2015 at the CrossFit Games, HBO had some people there, and they were like, "Holy shit, the Super Bowl isn't run like this well." And then this last year, the guy who made the Michael Jordan documentary, he was there, and he was like, "Holy shit, this is last year, like it, or 2 years ago. This is it, like, you know
Yeah,
what I
last
mean?
year in Madison. Yeah.
Yeah, last year, Madison. This is during massive budget cuts, and he's still like, "Holy shit, this is run better than the fucking NBA." It's like, people have you guys have no, anyone who doesn't think the event is run well, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
It is crazy how smooth the event runs.
And there is always opportunity for improvement. And I think what you were talking about with Fee on the show
Hey,
earlier.
but there's also opportunity for it to get worse,
Oh, yeah.
right?
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
lot of opportunity.
Mhm.
Okay, go on.
But, I was saying the show you did with Fee was great because you gave really good examples of how the athletes could actually band together to, like, help support it with, it's like, "Hey, here's your list of stuff. Here's the things we
Oh,
clarified.
Sousa,
Here's
just
where
send
some."
her an email. Just send her an email.
Yeah, right, exactly. But and then the rebuttal on her part was like, "Oh, yeah, we're looking into that." Like, it doesn't take that long to get a landing page. And the second thing was I heard like, "Oh, well, we don't wanna be giving out medical advice." It's like, that's the hugest excuse just to not do
Oh,
anything.
hey, dude, I was gonna unravel that shit, but, like, I
No, it wasn't your place.
I didn't wanna, like, fight with her. Do you know what
Well,
I
and
mean?
also too, it's not her shtick. If it's Brent on here, you can, right?
Yeah.
That's like, it's like his deal. But like with her, she was just kind of talking about why she was involved with it, not necessarily in charge of what was going on.
Like, "Hey, dude, you can, there's gonna be a swim event," and right when Brent got out of the water, he sprayed, some antiseptic in his mouth. Like, if you're head of the PFAA, that should have been sent out to everyone. "Hey, guys, best practices, one of the things I'm doing is I spray antiseptic in my mouth." You've just added more, you've 1000% increased the value that the PFAA had before that. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, and here's a link to do it. Oh, and by the way, we sent this over to Heather Lawrence and Adrian Bosman or whoever's in charge over there of those type of things. We requested that if they buy it, we're not sure if it's in budget, so don't expect it to have it there, but they will
yeah,
know what you guys are doing.
yeah.
And, we've communicated that for you. Like, that's how you bridge that gap and lead.
Hey, and Hiller was talking about in his video about how athletes weren't allowed to take substances from people in the crowd. It's like, when I heard that, I knew why, and I'm a dipshit. It's
Right.
like, hey, dude, you just can't take shit from people in the fucking crowd.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
do that on your own time. It's nuts. But going back to what you're saying, yeah, if you have a chance to just say, like, if you have a chance and you're speaking outside the community, you should only be saying just great shit.
Yeah.
Nonstop, because, like, it saves people's lives. It's like,
Yep.
it's like a fire truck. What she's doing is tantamount to a fire truck puts a fire out at your house and saves your 3 kids in the house, and you complain that the fire truck was yellow and not red. My kids really wanted it to be a red truck. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. They broke the door down. They could have done it gentler. They didn't have to do it that way.
Yeah. It's so interesting. They all do this, though. They all have this, the games are everything, and then they go to the community, and then they hate on CrossFit, and then they try something like CrossFit Light, and there's this whole, they get in, it's just crazy all the shit they get into. The
Yeah.
games athletes, after they look for their identity. There was a crazy moment in the video. I wonder if I can find it really quick. This was my, I was really bummed when the video was over. Do you remember the scene where it's raining? It was crazy.
Wait,
This
what video are
the
you talking about? Maybe I'm thinking of something
Hiller
else.
Hiller's video.
The most recent one or the one of Fee?
Yeah, the most recent one with, Annie and Fikowski. There was a
Oh, okay.
shot in there where it's, like, raining on him. Oh, wait, is
Oh,
that
yeah,
it?
yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, I know what you're talking about. The SpongeBob reference was incredible.
Oh, yeah. So many people text me and said, "Holy shit, the SpongeBob was genius."
His ability to have his brain connect to those cutaways is second to none.
God, what's the time code on that, when it rains on him? God, it was so crazy. I was on the assault bike and I started laughing.
When he clips in that song too, "When the rain." That's so funny.
I gotta find it. I gotta play it for you guys.
You gotta come
Oh,
back. Did you find it?
no. Do you know where it's at?
No, no, I was gonna
Oh,
buy you
here's
time.
hold on. Can
Alright.
you hear me going through it?
No,
Oh, damn.
that was a single shot of espresso with a little hot water mixed in. It's too late to do a full guy, a full double shot.
Yeah, I was debating caffeine or not.
What'd you go with?
Just sparkling water.
Mm. I was
I had
like,
a
I
day
was
I
like
was
that
supposed
now.
to party this afternoon and I didn't. I was bummed. I was
Mm.
gonna go to my favorite place, Britannia. It's this restaurant right at the beach, right by the showers, and you can watch people shower.
Dope.
Damn, I can't find it. Oh, it's so funny. I need that clip. All right, maybe someone will say it, put it in the chat. All right. I do want to play this. This is before we start the
Precisely.
before we start the show, I do want to play this clip from uh Andrew Hiller's Instagram account. It was a great catch on his part. This is okay, give this a listen.
Before you just go there, like for the games.
That's the last visit before the game. So I won't go back out there to Albany.
Remember how he said in that show that everything he says with intention?
Yeah.
I won't be going back to Albany, he says.
Until about a week before the games.
You have many more visits now before you just go there, like for the games.
That's the last visit before the game. So I won't go back out there to Albany. Weekend review.
So a few days later,
July
he's in New York
7th,
City.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
And DeCoons is in New York City.
Oh well.
And Berkshire Partners is in New York.
New York City. Oh, that's crazy. I thought they were in San Francisco for some reason.
What a great place to meet the prospective buyers.
To be courted.
Yes. To meet in
Man.
Berkshire's office and talk. Hey, dude, I was thinking about the situation that they're in.
Who's they?
And anyone who buys the company.
Okay. Prospective buyers.
Yeah. So I've done this math before for you guys, but you have to understand the value cap of CrossFit. If there's 10,000 affiliates and you bought the company for $500 million, at the same time, you have to also think that you could just contact every affiliate and offer them $25,000 to switch your name to SevonFit, right? For $250 million. So you could buy CrossFit for $250 million. Probably if you more than half the affiliates would switch to SevonFit if you offered them $25,000, right? You have to have that's a really big picture, simple math. So if you pay them $50,000 each, they change it to Jackass Fit, and that's $500 million. And then you don't even have to buy it from the buyers. You know what I mean? You just do a hostile takeover, right? Or you just start opening your own gyms for $50,000 a piece. I mean, anyway. So the other problem is, so when someone buys CrossFit, the thing is CrossFit actually isn't anything. It's a movement. The only thing that they do have is they have the level 1, and then they have the trademarks. They have trademarks. So CrossFit, Forging Elite Fitness, fittest man and woman alive on planet Earth, shit like that, right? That's what they have. Those are the things. And so the seminar program is valuable to some extent, in that if it's humming along, it'll make $30 to $50 million a year. The problem is if you buy CrossFit and there's 10,000 affiliates, which you don't own, that's just the movement, right? And you sell it, you don't know how many are going to be pissed and fucking break off.
Correct.
So you're buying something, and 6 months later, especially you got the Big W and Metfix out there, you're like, I wonder, like, and what better time to strike if you're the Big W or Metfix than during a sale?
Mm-hmm.
So when you sell CrossFit, and I know this for a fact, the new purchaser will have a stipulation in there that if a certain amount of affiliates leave, the deal's off, or the money that's held in escrow doesn't change hands. So you buy CrossFit for $100, and if more than 2,000 affiliates leave in the first year, you only get 50 of it. 50 of the dollars was in escrow, the other 50 you got. So they got this problem on there. When you buy CrossFit, you have this other thing, you have two things. You have the affiliates and you have Dave Castro. And you saw that Malik tried to leverage Rich Froning by saying that if some jackass bought the company, I'm out. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
But the real player is Dave. And if when you buy the company, do you have to strike a deal with Dave and be like, Dave has to stay for at least 3 years, and so we're going to give Dave $1 million bonus? Or do you say, we don't want Dave, and then if they don't take Dave, you just pay him, $3 million to say he works there for 5 years? You know what I mean? But he doesn't actually do anything. It's a problem. And if you don't, what happens if Dave leaves or gets fired and he just decides to go to war and he puts together a fucking army and 4,000 affiliates peel off?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't I'm not in imaginary land. You know what I mean? This is like
Yeah.
like so they're very, very interesting as we get closer and closer. I wonder, I've never asked Dave that, if he got like a signing bonus to stay when Rosa bought it. Well, what's funny is they fired him and they found out the hard way. That's no bueno.
Exactly.
And then they got rid of Rosa. Rosa fired Dave. They brought Dave back and got rid of Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck.
I mean, that validates what you said, by the way.
Yeah, it's a what a
So if
fun
anybody was questioning what you were saying is true, like, does Dave really have that much power or whatever, that much leverage? Like, the whole Rosa debacle showed that validates what you're saying.
And let's say you don't think I'm right. Are you willing to bet $300 million against it?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, dude, motherfuckers will follow this guy. This guy can fucking lead. I've been telling you, get people for years. He will fucking lead. And he's young. He's younger than Greg was when Greg started, when CrossFit got big. He's younger than Greg was when CrossFit in 2000.
Interesting.
Yeah. And don't think for a sec, don't forget who the base of CrossFit is. First responders in the military. I know a lot of people who think that there's not water at the games forget that often.
It was his logo at the Army thing he was at, huh?
Yeah, the Secretary of the Army was wearing a Dave Castro shirt.
Right. Not a CrossFit one.
Unknowable. Yes, Dave is powerful. Yeah, and he knows how to wield his power. He knows how to wield it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Dave Castro weekend review. It looks like he's at that gym. I saw this gym in Dave's post, so it looks like he's in New York City doing the weekend review. Here we go.
Okay, weekend review.
Oh, it's only coming through one side for me.
Oh, it's okay for me.
Okay.
You should go full screen on this.
Oh.
July 7th, 2025. I'm currently at CrossFit Hell's Kitchen.
I think that dude took 10th in the open.
The guy behind him?
Yeah.
And in New York City. And they have 2 floors. They have a downstairs floor for open gym and an upstairs floor. They're letting me record downstairs. There's an athlete behind me who's working out. He was gracious enough to let me film this while he's working out behind me. He is from Ecuador, and he finished 10th in the open this year.
Oh, I think must have seen that on Dave's Instagram or something.
Hmm.
Or Hiller told me.
So he's been to a couple semifinals, and sorry about that. He's been to a couple semifinals, and he's really good. So he's excited about competing, excited about.
He took 10th in the open, and he's really good.
And he looks yoked. Not as good as Kale Lehman, though.
Right. Tense updates. I made a shirt when they fired him. him being Dave Castro, that said, "Bring Castro back." And I wore it to Wadapalooza right after they announced Berg was in charge. Oh,
Nice.
you've always been a Spitfire. Ninth. He finished ninth in the Open. Thank you.
It looked like Tyler was gonna kiss a baby or something in that photo at first, with his hands up like that.
Looks like he's at church and he just found God.
I just noticed that. Cool.
All right. Okay, here we go. Ninth in the Open. Ecuador.
Trying to make it to the games in the future. Last week, I did an interview with Pedro, Coffee Wads and Pods. It's a good interview. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed talking to him.
So Dave calls him Pedro too. I'm switching his name to Pete.
I noticed that on, was it Saturday or whatever? You threw that out. I like it.
Pete. Looks like he's about to eat Lauren Stallwood's camel toe, for crying out loud.
Wow.
I don't even. Wow. Hey, that's like that. Whatever that image is stuck in Unknowable's head, because I don't see that at all.
Damn.
I haven't thought of Lauren Stallwood's marshmallow in a while. Okay. Stallwood makes another appearance.
We talked about a variety of topics. So if you're interested in seeing that, go over to his account and check it out. The games are.
I thought it was a great interview.
Yeah, it was a really good interview. I liked it. Dave was on fire.
Yeah, like he did a line of Coke or drank a C4 or something, right?
Yeah, what's he filming with, do you think? What's happening right now with his setup? What's his setup he's got? He's got a
iPhone.
Rode mic and no, because he was holding his phone in his hand.
Oh. Computer? Can you do a computer
But
to
he's
a
got a
Rode mic?
Rode. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That seems a little out of Dave's pay grade.
Yeah.
Okay, just noting.
Around the corner. And so we had a meeting last week in Albany. I filmed the last week in review from there, and that went really well. And so finalizing a few things, finalizing a few details before we kick it off in basically less than 3 weeks or so. So really excited about the games.
The games are less than 3 weeks. So someone said to me today, racking my brain to remember who, it doesn't matter, but they said, "Hey, do you think Tia was paid by CrossFit to go to the games?" And I'm like, "No." And they go, "Do you know that?" I'm like, "I'm 99.99999999999% sure." And then I realized that it's so crazy. I've been accused of taking pay. You've been accused of taking pay. Hiller's been accused of taking pay. Isn't it crazy that it's not even that we're nice to CrossFit. It's just that if you're not a hater, like that's what's in vogue. That's what they want to wear. I want to wear my LGBTQ+YZ flag and my hate CrossFit flag because those look good on me. Do you know what I mean? Like these people are like this because they think it looks good. Like that's what Annie thought that was going to be some sort of powerful line. I'm not willing to die for this sport. You know, I'd say at least a half dozen athletes and former athletes text me and they're like, "Dude, we all know the risks of going to the CrossFit Games."
Yeah, it was crazy the amount of like, I had this story, and since the reality of what happened to somebody else didn't match the story that I have in my head, we need to change the way things are done.
Yes.
It was crazy. Like watching that, like watching her like walk through that was very interesting.
Was she paid? My question is, was she paid to say that? And did the Big W or Metfix pay her to say that? And it's like, hey, did she practice that line in the mirror? Was she like, I told myself every day that I will not die for sport.
And then in the very next line talks about how she pushed herself past the mental and physical capabilities that she thought she had. You know what I mean? Like to the absolute limits.
Remember, I don't think it was in the 2008 in Every Second Counts or in some promo we did for the games in the early years. Tony Budding said, "Hey, you could die doing this."
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone, you could die doing this,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're vaccinated.
Yeah, no shit.
She was definitely paid to go on that podcast. Oh shit!
You think so, really, Jenny?
Wow.
I don't know. She was paid. I didn't know much. I should have done more research on the person who who has the podcast. I didn't do much on her at all.
I wonder if she's seen all the shit going around.
I don't know. I ripped her exact thumbnail for the clip of when I clipped down just the Annie part.
Mm-hmm.
So might catch her attention.
Good.
Her thumbnail, but altered. She's like, "What is this? I wasn't getting. Nobody gave me credit for this. I get tagged.
Well, there you go. Now you know your guest was a douche.
I'm
A douche.
writing an email.
She's friends with Katrin. She's best friends with Katrin.
Mm-hmm.
If you want tickets or if you need tickets, they're still available. Plenty of tickets are available. So it'll be a great show. Excited to see all the athletes, all the fans, all the community members.
But Mike Halpin won't be there. So you might not want to get a ticket.
He's not going.
I don't know. Someone said that today.
Oh, it's like I thought he was going. I knew Brian said he wasn't going.
Someone sent a screenshot saying that he's going to spend his $1,300 that he was going to spend on going to the games to take his level 2.
Oh, how nice. Good for him.
And then the other, because it cost $2,600, and the other $1,300 he's going to spend on hormone replacement drugs.
That would be dope. That'd be a cool story. I'd follow that.
So definitely want to check it out this year. So I'm going to jump into comments. At Tumble1BNG B34R. At Dave, Alex Suzanne versus the women's games winner in the fall for the BMF belt. Let's go. I'll pay to see that. Let's give your girl a shot at redemption. It's a good idea. I think, that assumes that Alex was going to win the games let's say, Tia was in the field. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if I would make that assumption. I know she's really good, but that's a good idea. It'd be fun to play around with.
I don't think it's making that assumption. The assumption is that Tia's going to win. That's it.
Something like that. At Brian Stone King 3122. Hey Dave, I finally looked up the Ruck Race League and I wish I would have sooner. Since there's only July and August left, I won't officially sign up, but I will go ahead and do all the events for myself. I'll definitely put it on my 2026 radar. Thanks and good luck with the games this year. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially if you enjoy doing something different or using your fitness for something. The Ruck Race League is, I really enjoy rucking from all my time in the military and even after, and the pursuits I do now with a lot of the shooting competitions that require rucking, etc. So definitely check it out next year. It's a lot of fun. At Lee Frazier, thanks always. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Lee, for all the support.
There will be an activation on the Ruck League at the games on Saturday. I just found that out today. So the Ruck Race League will be at the CrossFit Games on Saturday, and we're going to have the owners of the Ruck Race League on this show. And it sounds like Susan and I have our first live event that we're going to be streaming from the ranch to test out our streaming equipment with an actual event. And it's a one-man event, unless someone else would like to join. And it will be a 250-pound man doing a 350-pound ruck for a total of 600 pounds, and he will go a mile. And we will cover it with a drone and cameras, and maybe we can even get Bill Grundler up from Slow to commentate.
We'll mic him up while he's doing it too.
Yeah, it's going to be sick, dude.
Oh
my
God.
600-pound ruck. Anyway, so check out the Ruck Race League. It sounds like it's really catching on.
Port at Nick L _L Gilbers. Dave, give the people what they want. It's time for the Castro versus Bridgers boxing match. So that was something that there was a lot of talk of several years ago, and I never did it because I think clearly he's much younger than I am, and he is a lot fitter than I am. So, and also here's the other reason why I didn't want to do it. I think I would beat him probably easily, but especially after seeing him and Hefner go at it, it was very underwhelming. Both of their skills were subpar, so I think I could easily handle him. But I also didn't want to be associated with the celebrity boxing stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm a huge boxing fan in general, and I like boxing. I like it more than I like MMA or UFC. So the scene of it and like the popularity of it and or lack of popularity of it, I don't think it's a scene that's staying around too long. The celebrity boxing thing to me was too gimmicky, and I didn't want to contribute to the gimmicky nature of it, especially in our community, by doing an event like that. At Ryan Pellik.
Jesus, sparkling water is crazy. I ruck a lot. It's really great. So underrated and how beneficial it is. Make my running so much quicker and strengthens the legs so much. All right.
Nice.
Thank you.
Pelican 1. Hey Dave, just shooting my shot at the games being in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Blah blah blah. Atlantic City is so close to those areas. Definitely, Atlantic City offers a vibrant nightlife. RV. So he makes a plea for the games to be in Atlantic City. And then someone says in response, no one wants to go to Atlantic City. Thank you for the response or the suggestion. We will keep it in mind. I've never been to Atlantic City, so I can't say much about it. I have nothing to say about it. Dave, it's really great to see that CrossFit is promoting.
Isn't Atlantic City just the ghetto Vegas, like tired Vegas?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know much about Atlantic City.
Aaron Fraser, I can beat his ass, but I'm not going to. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right.
It's hilarious.
Oh, that's why Sevon wore the hat. No, this is. If you saw me, like, this is what I look like when I go out on a regular day. I have like 20 Victo shirts, and I have this hat, and I have these glasses. This is what I look like. And I wear a Born Primitive sweats that make me look like a girl. And I wear long johns no matter how hot it is out under my sweats.
Wow.
Always. Yeah, I just have like one outfit and I just wear it every day. Sometimes I take the glasses off. Wow, it's fucking bright in here. Sometimes I take the hat off, but this is me during the day. And I would wear a hat during the show too because my hair is getting completely out of control, but it's a little wet because I just got out of the shower, so it kind of stays like put.
Nice.
Putting the athletes
Now you know.
Again, road to the games. How about getting the qualified athletes to use their social media platforms to promote the games and ticket sales? I had heard that some of them, there was a rumor, I don't know if this is true, that some of them are not allowed to because they signed with the WFP. If that's true, that's not, that's not cool of them. But if
I asked and I heard it's not true. And Downs promoting the games like crazy every single day in his post. He does like how many days left in the games.
Yeah.
So
if it's not true, I wouldn't see why they're not suggesting promoting it or helping promote the games, because it only helps them in the long run. For the game's success, the games being successful helps the athletes who are going to the games be successful. So, but I don't know. Again, I don't know why they're not, or some are, and some are not. I don't know why some are not. And like I said, I don't know if this rumor about the WFP contract not allowing them to is true either. So yeah, I would like to see an environment where more of the athletes are promoting.
I said that to someone, I can't remember who. I'm like, hey man, the athletes need to fucking promote. They need to promote semifinals. They open the games, and someone, I can't remember who it was, goes, they're not media people. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
They make 5 posts a day, and their posts are all so clever. The vast majority of them. You're telling me Colton Mertens isn't a media person? His Instagram's off the hook. Jason Hopper's Instagram is off the hook.
Yeah. Unfortunately, whether they like it or not, they need to be media people to survive.
Yeah. Sevon definitely wears rash vest and swimming pool. No, not true. I just don't go swimming if there's anyone around. Or unless I'm wasted. I wore a shirt in the swimming pool in the 8th grade once, and never again. God, that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Sophia Lichta's house at a big party, 8th grade. It was fucking crazy.
But that's not the state.
Fucking white t-shirt. Am I a fucking idiot? I wore a white t-shirt. I wore a white t-shirt to hide how fat I was, and it was a white t-shirt. And instead of it hiding anything, it was see-through and it stuck to every roll. It was I'm a fucking moron, dude.
Oh,
fucking idiot.
It highlighted. It didn't cover.
No.
Right now. Or that's not what's going on. At Cattell 6448. How about an L online certification for the L2 to re-up for those of us who already have an L2? I think you'd see a lot more recertifying. The thought of having to go through the whole weekend again makes me toy with the thought of not recertifying, although I'd like to keep my L2 and eventually get the L3. I just don't have the time to fit it in right now. Appreciate you. Thanks. That's a good idea. I sent it to the team. We'll look at it. At Tyler Pitton 3128.
I just completely tuned out. Listen, no one come up behind me and grab my lats at the games either. Because when you see me, you're just gonna be like, "Holy fuck, his back is huge," and you're gonna want to touch him. Don't touch him. They're gonna be. I mean, look like a flying squirrel. My back's so fucking big. No one just come up and like, unless you're like Rich Froning, you can touch him. Don't touch him. Massive.
Hey, have you thought of ending the CrossFit Games at the game season at the ranch? That's a good idea. Then he goes on with more thoughts on this.
Have you thought about ending the CrossFit Games season at the ranch? What does that mean? Having the games at the ranch? No, brilliant idea. Thanks, dude. What?
At the Fittest Shaman, do you remember the greatest thing you ever did was program 2017 regionals without a barbell? And then someone says, at Dense Protocol said, that's some of the worst programming in regional semifinal histories. And don't forget about all the pec injuries that resulted. I think the pec injuries were not from the dumbbell. I think it was from the ring dip. And
yeah, duh.
You don't even know if that's the same year, if the ring dumbbell or if the dumbbell regionals was the same year that we did the ring 21-15-9. But I will say I thought it was really cool too. And I really liked that programming. And
I remember that was the year Nick Urankar tore his pec on the ring dips, and then in Vendor Village, someone saw him snatch 305. He pulled out of the semifinal
with a torn pec.
With a torn
or
pec.
A strained pec, and thought it was gonna tear.
Whatever, he pulled out, and then someone saw him snatching 305. Maybe those muscles don't intersect. I don't know.
Well, I have a theory on why it happened. I think it's because when they changed the standard. If you remember before in years, it was like the top of your shoulder touches the ring.
Yeah.
And then they had that red strap across the back, and that was set when you were at extension.
Yeah.
And then the Jesus. And then the standard changed to where your hips have to drop up and down. Not just your chest. So, I mean, not just your shoulders. So it took it from more like this forward, like lean.
Yeah.
That was all tricep.
Yeah.
To this up and down chest movement that was all pec and like pec minor. And the speed of that workout
with a little bit of anadrol.
Yep, that'll do it too. But I think with the speed of that workout and the change of that standard, it just showed the fact that CrossFitters weren't doing like proper ring dips. They were all doing this forward lean, like hip out, and that's all tricep and some chest, but not as much as when your hips move up and down. That changes it. So
I remember one guy telling Dave at the semifinal, "Hey, I'm pulling out of the semifinals because I don't think I can pass the drug test." He told Dave that. So then the dude fakes an injury and tries to leave, but they keep him there and drug test him.
Yeah, of course. That's smart. And what happened? He failed?
No, I think he passed. I don't remember what happened.
Oh no shit. That's weird.
And I thought it was a neat twist, and it definitely ruffled a lot of feathers, but it made people train differently and approach those events with a kind of unknown aspect. We had never done anything like that, and also it didn't affect who went. What I mean by that is the fittest still went, and we still had the right people at the CrossFit Games. Okay, let me see what other ones. So normally when I do these, I skim through the comments. I'll take a comment, and then I'll put it on a sheet. I talked about this in Pedro's podcast and print it out. And so I've seen the comments and kind of self-selected. Right now, I'm just looking at my phone and YouTube and just going through. At Go CA 315 Grace confirmed. Someone said my audio was low and only on the left side. I think I fixed the audio this time. I hope I did. At Jeremy Cater Jr. 1326, Dave, who will be on the test team? We've finally selected the people. We should be announcing it soon.
Is the test team the demo team?
Yeah, I assume so.
Luke DeJong, Emma,
Yeah, buddy.
Emma Harvang. Those are the only two I'm willing to tell you right now.
Cool.
Mr. Jay Gazan, good evening. The wheelbarrow sandbag workout in Carson was my favorite workout to watch. It was fun to watch the athletes load the wheelbarrow wrong and have them tip over. I hope Dave brings that workout back.
That was a good workout.
Everyone loves chaos. The thing, I don't even care that it's just coming out of one speaker. It's loud.
I don't feel like it's coming out of one speaker for me, though. That's weird.
Oh, well, that's good. But it's either way, it's loud. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any insight on who's programming the Masters Games events? The Masters team, they're working on it, but we will collaborate with them and give them feedback and stay. What will Vendor Village look like at Fletcher HR?
Dude, do you know what I heard today? I heard Graham Holmberg qualified for the Masters, and he's going to the Masters event this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to get him on the show. That's crazy. That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. We definitely should get him on. We've had him on before, right?
Well, if we did, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe one other time. Is Kyle Casper competing this year too?
That's a good question.
He's got that dude that like fit to be something. I don't know. That guy that was losing a bunch of weight.
Oh, Kyle does?
Yeah.
The
That's
Valor
at his
Fit dude's
gym.
involved with Kyle Casperbauer?
No,
Troy?
not
Troy?
that
Oh.
fit to serve guy, but like it's like something like sick of being obese, something. I don't know. There was like a popular clip of him when he did a 12-inch step up on a box or something like that. Anyhow, I was saying we should get him back on too. He was good when we had him. If
I'm
he's
trying to
competing.
trying to remember. Was he from Hawaii? Is he a Hawaiian dude? Is he friends with Athena?
I think so. I don't know. Damn, no one else knows in the comments. I think he has a pretty big following too. I'll look it up and see if I can find it.
Jane Winston, I'm done being obese.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I thought she said she was obese. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, look at her.
Savvy, did you film with Graham at his gym? I did.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days. I walked in there and he goes, what do you want to see me do? I was like, how about double Fran? No one had ever done double Fran. He goes, no problem. And he just did 2 Frans in a row. Crazy.
Yeah, that was the good old days.
An indoor vendor village. There'll be some vendors around the concourse area, and there will be an activation on the street, which is really cool. They're closing off. I think it's called Pearl Street, right in front of the venue, and we're gonna have some activations there. Have you ever thought about programming swimming in a pool with a certain stroke? Imagine butterfly stroke into bar muscle ups. That's a good idea. I thought we did a bar muscle up workout like in 11 or 12 in the pool. I don't think we required a certain stroke, but it's not a bad idea.
That was 13.
And then Cheerio 27 said, hey, Dave, pull-ups in competition are no longer a challenge and boring to watch. Have you ever considered upgrading pull-up bars 2 inches? This is a non-gimmicky way to challenge athletes and throw out their strategy since grips might not be beneficial. Surprised you haven't gone this way since all the pull-ups bars in buds are 2 inches. I don't think pull-ups are no longer a challenge.
That's crazy talk. And hey, here's the thing. When you make them 2 inches, you have to remember that all the athletes, it's harder for all the athletes, but no one at home knows that.
Mm-hmm.
So then the athletes are struggling and people at home are like, I can do that shit.
Yeah, it doesn't display any difficulty. They should do that deadlift L-sit pull-up workout Andrew posted. That would be cool to watch him do.
What is that? What was the workout?
It was like a 10-to-1 ladder. So, 10, 9, 8. And it was deadlifts. I think he did at 275. I might be wrong about the weight, but 275 and L-sit pull-up. It's just a couplet.
Oh.
But those type of workouts would be awesome to watch those guys and girls do.
How would you judge an L-sit pull-up?
It would probably be a nightmare. But it would be cool just to see him do classic stuff like that they'll just do really well at, and then you go and you try and you get 2 reps into the 10 on your your L hold pull up, and you're just like, how in the world did they do it this quickly? I
Yeah.
love stuff like that.
Yeah. Good point.
And boring to watch, especially depending on how you program them in. There's a ton of ways. That's like the argument that light barbells or light loads are irrelevant. They're still not. I think pull-ups, standard pull-ups, chest to bar pull-ups, programmed properly are still incredibly challenging and appropriate. At Robbie Musin, hey Dave, can you stop spoiling the games events? It takes away from the unknown and unknowable. Even the run shouldn't have been announced, in my opinion. And then someone said to that, see what they said. There's still plenty unknown. That's right. There's still plenty unknown. And announcing and not announcing workouts is something we've done throughout the history of the games. There's been some games where we've pretty much announced everything on scene. There's been some where we've announced things a month in advance, and then with the weeks leading up to it. There'll still be, even this month or this year, we will announce a few things leading up to it, and then at the games, there'll still be a series of unknown. So that the unknown nature of how much unknown and unknowable there will be is part of it. Maybe I'd like to do a gear again where we don't announce anything ahead of time, and it's all announced at the games. So maybe we'll do that again in the near future. All right. Thanks a lot for tuning into the weekend
But the question is, why are you in New York?
review. And please leave a comment, and I will try to address it next week. Thanks. Bye.
Buy
All
some
right,
tickets and buy some olive oil.
let's go ahead. Shout out to the chat for you here.
Oh, is this the? Oh, someone gave it.
Burpees in my garage for hours and hours on end.
Oh yeah, rewind that like 10 seconds. Yeah, let's go regular speed. Yeah. This is
For hours and hours on end.
go a little more. Go a little more. Back a little more.
Arts, because I'm more than just eye candy for sweaty teenage boys nowadays.
And I'm more than just somebody who does burpees in my garage for hours and hours on end. It reminds me of the Danny Spiegel tear
And
commercial
it's
where she talked
okay.
about
It's hilarious.
It's okay. You work out in your bra and underwear, and you train in your garage doing burpees for hours and hours, and that's who you are, and that's okay. And if you're not okay with it, stop doing it. Find something else to do. Get a stick with some pieces of wire pulled in it, and hit a ball for a living. I mean, it's called tennis. You can choose another sport. There's a sport called football. It has the stupidest shaped ball in the history of all balls, and people throw it around and run around on a field and catch it and run and try to tackle each other. Oh yeah. Why? Oh yeah. Good. Nice. Why are you in New York? Nice.
Always like your own comment.
Always. If you can't
Yeah,
love yourself, who can?
Oh, Conway. Well, like Conway, Leah. I'm not even reading. I'm just liking people I recognize.
Excuse me. All right. So, what did we learn? Dave is definitely in New York City. He's definitely there for some reason, and the fact that he's not saying is really weird. The only other reason I could guess is maybe he's scouting some location for the games next year. That makes no sense since everyone's. It must be just sheer. If you've ever been at a company right before there's a sale or right after a sale, there's a lot of people who just start to do nothing. Except politics. Politicking. They just do politicking. Don't even bother trying to work hard. I tried that and I got fired.
It's not worth it.
No. Fuck, it's hot.
Sweating up a little bit. Dude, you got to come back out to the gym and check out the TVs that Wodify put up.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh,
Dude,
are there
they're
any pictures on
big.
your Instagram of it?
Nah, there might have been on CFLs, but I think it was just on stories in the past. But I'm gonna see if I could show you this real quick. I was trying to cut it before, but
Oh
So
yeah,
you open
Philly.
the-
Philly is a shithole. So is Baltimore.
you open up the app, right? And it opens up into the workout and stuff. And there's this part on it here. Now, this is just like you could customize this. So I built this feature. It says like member photos at the top. You could see it.
Hold on. See if I can make you big.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Where it says member photos. And
Yeah.
so one of the new coaches, she's also a really talented videographer and photographer. So she takes a bunch of photos of the members for us, sends it to Jay, who like cuts it up and throws it on her Instagram. But she makes them accessible through there. And I put that link up. So if you're a member of CFL, like you click that and it brings you right to her site. You throw your email in, and then you could download any of the pictures
Of
that were
yourself in the
taken.
gym. Added
Yep.
value. Added value.
Yeah. So, and then she takes a ton of them. So we might only post. I mean, you know how that goes. You got 500 photos and you post like 2 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
So when you go in here, you could see all of them. Try to get that into focus of the members.
Oh, that's
there.
cool.
And then we just stamp it with little CFL.
Do you have to get approval from Mike Halpin to use it?
Yeah. Yes, of course. Yeah. See, we got this too. We got a local farm that comes in and drops off fresh produce to the members every Wednesday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're getting a butcher in there too, so you'll be able to like get cuts of meat. They got
That's
all
crazy.
Dave. This could be you, dude. Can't really see it. But.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, this is crazy. G7, I smelt that through the mic. You know what's crazy is I just right before I got on, I ate a shitload of garlic salmon that my wife had made yesterday. There's just a huge Tupperware container of it, and it stinks in here like garlic. That's crazy. You can smell that.
You
Yeah. So Wodify. So you're loving the Wodify.
Dude, loving it. Yeah, we get this thing with like member announcements that we throw up there. We could announce a bunch of stuff. It was cool. We have a kind of unusual movement in tomorrow's workout. It's a burpee deadlift with a set of kettlebells. So real quickly, I just like filmed Albert doing it, was able to upload it into tomorrow's workout. So people that aren't familiar with it could just click it and watch the video that we have of it there. The workout we did today was inspired by a regionals workout in 2013. I wrote like a twist on it. So then I was able to put in the NorCal regionals of that event.
Oh.
So yeah, it was pretty cool because then the members go in there.
Any feedback from your members saying they like all that shit?
Oh yeah, they love it. Super interactive. We communicate with them like so much easier, so much quicker. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I think by the time I get to the games, I'm gonna be able to pull my mustache out.
Nice. Are you gonna like wax it and get like a little?
I don't know, probably. I have to wax my hair down for the games.
Wax it. Yeah, Judy, you definitely have that option because there's nothing special in the app just for me. I'm only utilizing what we have on there.
Does Wodify have the Epstein files? Oh, you know what someone told me today? I don't know if it was you or not. Someone said Epstein's innocent. Was that you?
No.
Someone goes, Epstein's innocent. I go, what do you mean? He goes, they got nothing on him. They've released nothing on him.
They got nothing on him or they've released nothing on him. Those are 2 different things.
I mean, dude, they put the guy in jail and he was fucking killed.
Yes.
Or killed himself or something. And we still, don't they still have to at least be like, hey, like if you're his family, aren't you like, hey, we still want to have his trial?
No.
No?
I don't know, dude. I think his family is probably all terrified. Like I said, I think he was probably one of multiple assets, probably one of the most famous of ones.
Someone told me Matt Gaetz tweeted today that it was a foreign nation that killed him.
Does it start with an M?
Mossad.
Intelligence agency.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Mossad.
Yeah, I mean, did you watch the show with Rogan and what's his face?
Who?
The FBI director.
No, Patel.
No. Dude. It's so bad. He's like, Rogan, it's me. You trust me, right? I would show you what I could show you. It's me. You guys are gonna have all the videos soon. Come on, you trust me, right? Like it was so weird. It was almost like he was signaling to Joe, like, hey, dude, I've been compromised.
Jesus.
You got a 99%
on Epstein. Bill Barr is the one that needs to be called in to give sworn testimony on what happened there at Bureau of Prisons, because that is not that. There's just no way that the story you're getting is the real story there. No freaking way, and Bill Barr knows it.
I think most people.
Is that microphone plugged in?
Yeah, I guess just USB-C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Believe that, right? Like it's got no way that's.
I actually think it was
true.
I actually think that on Epstein, it was a foreign government that took him out. I don't think it was a domestic enterprise.
Really?
I do. I'm not going to say which one, but I don't think it was domestic.
Paraguay.
Those elites.
The Republic of Congo.
Inspired to take out of him. I think that was a foreign operation, government sponsored.
So foreign operation took out Epstein inside of our prison.
Yes.
So they must have been allowed to.
Oh, I think it was
Permitted,
in
right?
concert with people in our government. Wow. But not at like some, low level guard getting bribed kind of way.
Yeah.
At a state to state level.
Wow. So that's
The thing is if it is at a state to state level, you still have to do it at the peon level, right? So let me finish this, and then you can walk me through how it would happen.
probably a lot of partied interests in keeping that under wraps.
You better believe it. Weapon systems at play, global deals at play.
Interesting. You have data, you have evidence to back that up?
I just am positing it as a theory.
Wow.
Okay, so there's the jail and there's a guard, that's a dude who like just gets up in the morning, kisses his kids goodbye and like drives in and works there, right?
Yep.
And then there's the president of the United States, or let's just say someone in the CIA. We don't know. Someone in the CIA, and then someone in the Mossad. You think they're two separate organizations, goes, hey, we need that dude to hang himself. How does the dude in the CIA over here, you have to somehow get those guards out. You have to talk to those guards have to be in on it, no?
No.
No?
No.
Give me an example how that would work.
I mean, you could see around the bend, right? So they know where he's going ultimately. The court system, the prison system, where Epstein his destination is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how long would it take to have people at the highest level just switch out workers for assets?
Oh, shit.
Like you're thinking I have to go infiltrate the organization. What if I own the organization?
That's like the head of security for Michael Jackson happened to be the head of security for P. Diddy. Okay.
So just imagine there's no monetary limitations.
Just like the cell phone company was fake, that all the Hamas guys were buying their cell phones from, and they didn't know it because it had a storefront and commercials. And wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think what you're thinking about is like a mafia crime or like a gang crime where they're bribing people with like cigarettes and the low dude on the totem pole has to get a hit to get on the inside. And I'm thinking that no, they own the whole entire thing. That whole shift is switched out. Yeah. Your cameras are recording something else that isn't recording what's live in there.
Right.
Like the whole nines at a level that it was set up 2 weeks before he was in the room they murdered him in.
Right.
You're not waiting. Oh, where did he get there? They're like, where do we need to take him? Where do we have assets? We have assets here and here. Okay, cool. Let's make sure he gets there. Okay. You know what I mean?
I don't look anything like a speed dealer.
Brian's there in the comments.
Do I look? He is? Where? Oh, shit. Wow. Oh, it's crazy. I read that comment. Matt Gates is a clown. Oh, did we get lucky? He never made it through. Someone said he's he's a third generation politician.
Yeah.
What's it like in the Matrix? All right, I'm sweating bullets.
It's hot out there?
I don't know what's going on. It was hot today. I mean, it was like, 79 degrees or something.
Yeah. Rios' comment. Those glasses look like they're tinted well beyond the legal limit. Wow. I know for sure you got pulled over for having illegal tint.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Back when all sorts of shit. Another athlete has just admitted to using peptides.
Damn.
Are all peptides banned?
I think so. Because I don't think peptides are they like quasi legal or something, isn't there?
But what if it's just a peptide that makes your dick longer or something, or like makes you tan?
Sounds like performance enhancement to me. You can't just take peptides. I mean, I think they could make them just legal for everybody, whatever. I don't give a shit, but like those are for sure.
Someone looked that up. Well, I call my Andrew. Someone
what do you mean look up?
just like Google are peptides. Are any peptides legal by USADA or UWADA or your mama?
Google's so outdated. We're gonna ask AI.
I know. Why am I so old school? Hey, are all peptides banned? Can you use any peptides at the as an athlete at the games?
No.
What about
Did you say any?
What about that Lanotan you used that made you tanner? Is that legal?
I need to look at the list. The only ones that are banned are the ones that are listed.
Oh, so there is a list.
Yeah. If you go to the rule book and then you go to I think it's right under the top section, there's a hyperlink to it.
Oh, and it lists
It's
all
just Google 2025 rule book, and then right there it'll bring you to it.
All right, awesome. Hey, congrats on the last 2 videos. Insane.
Oh, thanks. But no, they can only drug test you for things that are like really even known about. It's like kind of been one of my major topics for a while now, is that if they can't find it, you can't test positive for it. And I speculate that the people with the most money probably have the scientists that can make up their own compounds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hey, real quick,
Same thing applies to newer peptides.
I thought you were going to keep Team Bagent, the Bagent competition open for all of July, and now it's only 2 more days. What happened? What made you make that decision?
Inspiration struck, and I was just not thinking that it'd be worthwhile to keep open till the end of the month for whatever reason.
All right.
And actually, I really haven't made too great of an announcement about that. It was just kind of off the cuff in that video. I'll make it a little bit more prominent tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So it could change by tomorrow when you wake up again.
Hey, that Dylan, the hybrid raccoon.
Oh yes.
He's gonna do it.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, and that dude, I mean, crazy on the rower.
Wow,
and he's real tall.
That's the dude that was brawling with Hunter.
Yeah. I don't remember his last name. Dylan something.
Dylan the raccoon.
Yeah, that's him. But I think he could probably do it under 9 minutes.
$4,000 Dylan.
Jesus, that's fast.
All money goes to a local affiliate.
That's right.
CrossFit Livermore.
And dude, I really think that he's not local. He's local in the sense of we're all brothers. I think he could probably beat a lot of the games athletes on that workout.
He's too tall. The burpees are going to kill him.
They do a bunch of those at that High Rocks race. That burpee broad jump.
Oh, good point.
They're proficient in those, and he's definitely got a better aerobic system than most of them. I was watching Jorge Fernandez run today on his Instagram, and I'm like, this dude, he's fit.
Who Jorge?
Yeah.
Oh, how did you pivot to Jorge?
Because he's just the most recent guy who I saw running, and he'd get his shit shelled by the hybrid raccoon in a running workout.
Oh, okay.
But there's also runners like Sprague who can have a fighting chance against the raccoon.
Right.
In a running workout. But Jorge's got no chance.
All right. Thank you.
You bet.
Bye. Got to go over and watch Andrew Hiller's video on.
Did he know we were live?
Annie and Fikowski. I called him from the live phone. I assume he did.
Oh, okay. Because when I talked and I said the CrossFit Livermore, then he was like, no, but responded as if it was you. And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh.
I was like, I hope he knows. He doesn't say anything. But that makes sense if you called him from the podcast line.
How will I know if I'm in menopause?
What good is a clicker if it won't click? Is there anything else to eat?
I don't give a good gosh darn what you eat.
Oh, geez, honey, I'm sorry.
Get out! Don't panic. You know what to do. I may have been a little irrational today.
What the fuck is this? Don't ever send me anything again. Haley.
That's 70 show.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh. So did you find the list?
No, sorry, I did, but
I don't know.
it's very complex.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, like it basically says the legality of peptides in the United States is complex and often confusing, with the landscape constantly evolving due to FDA regulations. Here's a breakdown of the current situation, and then it's just like scrolls for a while.
I think
how into it are you?
I think he said here. I think the list is on the CrossFit site. Hold on.
Oh, on the banned substance list?
Yeah.
CrossFit games.
Nutritional supplements warning, prohibited methods, beta 2 antagonists, peptides, hormones. Oh shit, I can't read all this.
Yeah, peptides and hormones. It covers growth hormone and various other growth hormones releasing peptides. This is particularly relevant given your previous question about peptides. Okay.
Fuck, this is, who the fuck can read this?
Yeah.
Can't even say half of these words. Bamprovisone, bembuzotrazate, bencamafeminin, hepatiminol, hydroxyamphetamine. Oh, I know that one.
I think that list, if I had to release it, it might break a lot of your hearts. A lot of our polished politicians and heroes are on that list.
Sevon Souza got after today's class. WOD was 50 drag rope, double unders, 40 handstand push-ups, 30 toes to bar, 20 kettlebells.
Shoulder overhead.
Oh, shoulder overhead. 20 KB, 20 kettlebell, shoulder overhead.
Nice.
100-foot front rack walking lunges. Souza's man on mission. That was your workout today?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're trying to get a little swole before the games?
No, it's just normal.
Just normal.
Just trying to be more consistent, though. More than 3 days a week.
All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Olivia Kerstetter and then Ariel Lowen. It's like a real CrossFit show again.
Damn.
I have not checked in on Matt Torres, but he's in good hands. And then on Wednesday, the Gooch will be coming on. Austin Gooch, Wednesday morning. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to ask him all the details.
Turns out he wasn't there at all. He actually just left his car there and did the responsible thing and took an Uber home because he had been driving and drinking.
Wow.
He didn't want to. So the whole thing was just a big, whatever the word is, that would be good there.
A boondoggle.
Oh, just a classic boondoggle. Classic
Boondoggle.
boondoggle. Wasn't even there.
All
this for
right.
Nothing.
Well, we'll find out. Gooch on Wednesday. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.